future in great health. Every day, responsible Sam. We're the fighters. We're fighting for our health. Well, good morning and welcome to My Health, My Mississippi. I'm your host, Charles Smith, and I am here this morning, excited to be here, providing you with some healthy, helpful information right here on WMPR 90.1, the number one station in the nation. And you're listening to My Help, My Mississippi, and we're providing you with what you need. This is the number one show on the radio. So get ready, be excited. We got something great for you this morning. Man, I'm so excited about what we're going to be doing. You know why? Because we're fighting for our health. We're fighting for our health because our health is what? Our health is worth fighting for. Nobody else is going to fight for you. So let me just start off like I always start off with letting you know that high blood pressure is not mandatory. Type 2 diabetes is not mandatory. And high cholesterol, it's just not mandatory, guys. And what I mean by that is, but we got to take some action. Action is required. Is that right, Marcus? We got to take some action now. We can't keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. So we're going to be taking our health back, one meal, one choice, one victory at a time. You know, today's conversation is going to be real. It's going to be raw. It's necessary. And we're talking about real talk, real food, and real truth. Because what we put on our plate is fueling our body, or it is feeding diseases. Let me say that again. It is fueling our bodies, or it is feeding diseases. And we can't normalize diseases. No, we just can't. Now, if you're being treated for something, continue to take your medication. But we just can't get comfortable like with a disease and think it's just normal. You know, it's normal to be healthy. Most of us was born healthy without any defects, okay? But somewhere along the way, we pick up, let's see what we pick up along the way. High blood pressure, we pick that up. Notice I said we picked that up. Don't nobody give it to us. Mama and them don't give us that. We pick up, let's see, what else? Type 2 diabetes, we'll pick that up. Don't nobody give that to you. You pick that up on your own. Now, they leave some signs of how you can pick it up, and that's in the DIET, not the DNA. And then we pick up high cholesterol. See, these are the things that we pick up, and I want you to stop picking them up, okay? Let them stay down on the ground wherever you found them. Just stop reaching down, picking up stuff that is hurting the body. And so we're going to be talking about, fueling the body rather than feeding the body diseases. For too long, we've been misinformed, overwhelmed, and disconnected from the power of what real food can do. Remember when we used to have collard greens, like just about every week, turnip greens and mustard greens, and it took Mama and them a long time to cook them, but we had them every week, that's for sure. So we're going to be bringing you some clarity and bringing you some truth this morning. And most importantly, though, we're going to be bringing you some solutions, because we want you to get something out of this. You know, I got a powerful guest. I just got a text. She's going to be running a little late this morning. She's on her way. But she's living proof that when you change your food, you can change your life. And that's what I want you to see. That's why we're here on WMPR 90.1 every week, just trying to provide you with some healthy, helpful information that can make a difference in your life for the rest of your life. You know, we've been taught wrong for so long. Am I right? You know, people have told us what they wanted to tell us because they had an agenda. Okay. Well, I have an agenda this morning too. Okay. And my agenda this morning is not for them to make money, but for you to be healthier. Yeah, that's where we're going with it this morning. We're going to make sure that your health is priority. Is that all right? We want to make sure that when you wake up in the morning, you realize, you know what? I'm fighting this morning. I'm fighting for my health. There's a lot of people who are going to corporations and people in general are going to want me to do things that's detrimental to my health, but I got to focus. And I'm going to start out with my breakfast. I got to make sure that what I put in my system is going to feed my system the right way. Okay. And I got to be on purpose. You know, and this is what I want you to get out of this now. Like for an example, when whatever you eat for breakfast, I want you to be able to say to that, what you ate, I want you to be able to say, okay, go get that great health for me, okay? Go, whatever you ate, go get that great health. So I have this little saying. My guest have arrived. We're gonna be talking some good stuff this morning. But I want you to do this for me. Whatever you put into your system, and this is what I do. Whatever I ate, I say, go get that great health. I got that GGTGH. Go get that great health. I got that GGTGH. Go get that great health. GGTGH. Go get that great health. Now, here's my point. If I put something in my system that's going to fuel my system, I expect it to go get me some great health. But now, I'm real intentional about what I put in my system, and it's going to go to work for me. If I put something in there that's going to hurt me, what can I say? I can't say I got that GGTGH for that, and I go get that great health. I can't say that. What can I say? Go get me some disease, whatever. I mean, that's what you say when you don't say it. But anyway, I don't want to prolong, but I want us to make sure, because we're going to have, again, we're titling this show this morning, Real Talk, Real Food, Real Truth, because I have the truth with me this morning. Welcome to the show, Latasha. I'm going to let you introduce yourself, let the people know who you are. She's better known as the Juice Lady.
Yes,
introduce yourself,
yes.
Juice Lady.
Good morning. My name is Latasha Elmeda, and I am co-owner of the Juice Lady WPH. And my husband is also co-owner with us. We also have a company called Whole Person Healthy Enterprises, where we provide all sorts of health education. We're a health and wellness education company, and we provide information about health and wellness. We're health and wellness advocates. We're also health and wellness consultants, and we're here to support you on your journey of health and wellness, whatever that looks like for you in this season of your life. So I am very excited to be here once again with Mr. Charles Smith on the My Health, My Mississippi radio show, just talking with all of you and empowering you and encouraging you to live your best and blessed life to the best of your ability. And we're here to support you on your journey of health and wellness.
And and thank you for saying that, because you're okay with your health.
Yes.
You're okay with on your journey.
Yes.
And Pete is okay on his journey.
Yes.
It's just what inspired you to want to help other people to be better and do better.
What inspired me to want to help people to do better and be better is just everything I see, right?
Mm-hmm.
People relying on prescription medication, not knowing what are the best foods, those whole foods, those living foods that not only help you to thrive, but they heal the body, right? The more I educate myself and learn and grow in my own health and wellness, I felt a calling to share this information with others, because people don't know. And we know, according to the word, if you believe in the word of God, that the people perish for lack of knowledge. that's not just a basic scripture. It doesn't just apply to one area of life. People are literally perishing for a lack of that knowledge of health and wellness. So it is not only my calling, but it's a responsibility. How can I keep this to myself when I know that the foods, the herbs that God has given us from the earth, from the ground, can heal us, can cure us, can support us in thriving, even as we season in life, right? As we mature in life in our years, we need to know that we can have life in those years as long as we are creating the right conditions for our body in order to do so.
Almost sound like you said we're responsible.
We
You know, people think getting old is getting sick. That's not it.
No.
But I thank you for sharing that. We share that same passion. It is a calling, and you know, one of the things that grieves me so much is to see people sick, leg amputated, and don't even know it could have been prevented or why it was amputated. You know, it's just my mama had it, you know, my daddy, my sister, and you know, now is my time.
Right. And people allowing themselves to live in bondage for tradition.
Wow.
And things that they feel has, you know, oh, this runs in a family. It doesn't run in a family. These are lifestyle choices. You're activating these diseases because of the lifestyle that you're living, right? And another thing, I know we talked about this last time, is that people think that the foods that they ate 20 and 30 years ago or that their grandparents ate is the same food they're eating today, and it's not. It's food products. It's not the same. The ingredients are not the same. So your body's going to deteriorate faster, at a faster and a more alarming rate. And we're seeing that. The science is backing that up. People are contracting colon cancer at a much younger rate. Back in the day, when I say back in the day, I'm talking about 70s and 80s, you would hear about people contracting colon cancer well into their 70s and 80s. And now you're seeing people younger and younger, under 50 years old, contracting colon cancer. And it's alarming. It's very alarming because of the foods that people are eating, that they're putting into their bodies, that they're creating the conditions. There's an environment living inside their gut that's creating conditions for disease, aka dis-ease, right? Your body's at dis-ease. Your body's inflamed. Your body has toxins because of the environment that you created for those conditions to thrive and grow, those cancer cells, that inflammation, those toxins that are living inside your colon, waste that's backed up, that's been stuck inside your colon for weeks and months and sometimes even years.
Yeah. What food brings that about?
Processed foods, definitely. And when I say processed foods, ultra processed foods, right? Ultra processed foods, cured meats, things like deli products, those, you know, things that people buy for sandwiches, like deli meats, things of that nature, bacon. I know there are a lot of people who are die on the hill about bacon. I don't understand, but they will. They'll die on the hill about bacon. Those sorts of things. Junk foods, potato chips, you know, things like Doritos, all of those sorts of things, you know, Pop-Tarts, all of those snack cakes, Debbie cakes, all of those sorts of food products causes dis-ease, aka disease, right, inside the body. Sugar, right? Processed sugar, all of those things cause disease to the body and creates conditions for cancer and those other sorts of diseases to grow, like kidney disease and congestive heart failures and things like that. People consuming red meat in droves, right? I know that I understand that everyone isn't ready to stop eating meat, right? But people sometimes consume meat way too much. Right? They consume red meat and oh my gosh, pork. Pork is another one of those food products that causes disease because of the animal and the conditions, and even, you know, chicken, things like that, because the way that these animals are grown, the way that they are raised, these environments, chickens are born one day and they're fully grown in 4 weeks.
Yes.
That's unnatural.
Right.
That is extremely unnatural. They're living in close quarters. They're living in their own feces and the feces of other chickens and other animals and things like that. So it's causing the sickness of those animals translates over to people's bodies once they buy these meats off the shelves, and you know, they cook them or however they prepare these meats, and they're not, the bacteria and the toxins aren't always killed during the heating of those meats, right? When they're
Right.
frying and sauteing and things like that, there's still toxins in those products. Again, those ultra processed products, they are harmful to the body, sausages and things like that. And I see people using them for what they call these high protein meals, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And they're just harmful. They're extremely harmful. They're thinking, okay, I'm getting high protein from these sausages and turkeys and turkey meats and things like that, but you're really causing problems to your body. You're really giving your body toxins and creating a condition for disease to develop and grow.
So, I've always said this, though, and thank you for that, Watash, because, you know, diseases just don't jump on us.
Mm-hmm.
We are neglecting ourselves because we don't have the right plan for our health. People don't plan for their health. Now, you go on the job and people have a plan for you so that they can become successful. Here's what you're going to do from 8 to 5, and you're going to take a lunch break at 12. So they have a plan for you. And at the end, their job is to accomplish a goal.
Right.
But when you get ready to go on vacation, you usually lay out a plan.
Mm-hmm.
But for our health, we just like take it on the go. Like whatever somebody else say that tastes good, I have to try that, and we just whatever happens, happens.
Going with the flow, right?
The most important piece of the puzzle in this world is the human, and we just like let the material things and what we're trying to accomplish, we just let that overshadow a plan for how I'm going to feel and how I'm going to take care of myself and be healthier at the age of 50, 60, 70, 80. Right. It doesn't just happen.
Exactly, because that heart attack and that stroke that occurs at 50 and 60 started when you were 30 and 40. That's when it started. That's when it started developing. It may not have manifested until you became of that age, 50, 60 or whatever. But it started years before then, because just like you just said, Mr. Charles, we don't have a plan. You have to have a plan. And you brought up a great point that I like to talk with people about, because you have to have a plan for your health at all times.
Yes.
Not just in your controlled environment, which is our home, right? Mm-hmm. My home is my controlled environment, but I have a plan for my health everywhere I go.
That's it, right?
Everywhere I go. And that's what I try to impress upon people. You can't throw away your health and wellness because you're at the family event.
Right.
Because you're at the party, because you're at the gala or the conference,
right,
or things like that. You have to have a plan for it every single day, because we have to eat, right?
Right.
You have to eat, you have to care for yourself. So, and not only when you're at home, because we're not at home 24/7, 365. You have to leave the house. So what is the plan when you leave the house? Just throw it away? Oh, I can eat better when I get back home. No. So we have to be cognizant and conscious and self-aware, and also understand that our health is our responsibility. I can't put it in the hands of, wherever I'm going, the host or the hostess and things like that. I have a plan. I have things set up. When I know I'm going somewhere, I know, exactly what I'm going to eat. I know if something is prepared that I can eat, and if not, I make a plan for myself.
That is absolutely right. I mean, I tell people when other people are cooking, they're not responsible for your health.
Exactly.
You are.
Exactly.
I mean, you are.
You are.
And just because it's prepared doesn't mean it's prepared for you.
Right.
If you have a plan, now you can decide, okay, that doesn't fit who I am with the plan that I have.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to die if I don't have nothing in an
Right.
hour or 2 hours
Right.
or 3 hours, you know?
Exactly. And that's another great point because people want to chew all the time.
Yeah.
Give your digestive system a break. If you're constantly feeding it every 2 hours, you're causing another problem. I don't care what you're putting inside your body, but if you're feeding your body every 2 hours, heavy foods, just whatever, you have to give your digestive system a break. You're not going to kill over if you haven't eaten in 3 hours. If you're somewhere and let's just say there have been places where I hadn't prepared anything ahead of time and I was in a space for a few hours. It didn't kill me. Okay, I'm just not going to eat. And I have enough discipline for my lifestyle to sit there and socialize and have a good time talking with people while other people are eating their meal. I'm not judging you on what you're eating. You do what you need to do. But for me, in my body, in my health, in my life, I'm going to wait until I get home or until I leave here.
That's on purpose.
Oh, definitely, because it's intentional. I'm intentional about my life. I am intentional about this.
Yes.
And I am not going to trade in my health for a meal that's not going to serve me.
Right. So, well, I can just eat a little bit of this. Or, I mean, I've been eating good. Wait, what if your heart talk like that?
Oh, I love that language you used. Yes, because we have to make it personal. We have to make it personal because this is my heart. I it's the only one that God gave me. There isn't a spare in the back. This is my heart. These are my kidneys, my lungs, and I have to treat them right. If I take care of them, they'll take care of me.
Gotta respect them.
Yes.
And I'll say that when I tell people that there's EFP, and EFP stands for eating for purpose. Like EFP, eating for purpose for my heart, you see. It will let me know about how it's treating me. I treat it, it treats me.
Yes.
Together we make great harmony.
Oh, yes.
Hey.
I like that.
Look.
Watch out there now.
I respect my heart so much.
Yes.
And when it is disease, like a lot of stuff in the body, it has to overwork.
Yes. Yes.
And I caused that.
Yes. Yes.
But my expectation is for it to continue to work.
Right.
Regardless of the stress and the pain I caused it. You see, we got to start thinking about our organs like that. And that's, I like what you said. It's the only one we got.
It is. It is.
And it's not like a spare tire. We don't have another one in the back pocket.
It's not. It's not. It's not like a spare tire. It's it's the one that came with me when I was born, and I am going to treat it well. We must all treat our organs and our limbs and our ligaments and our blood cells and our blood tissues. We must treat them properly, just like you have the song and you have the acronyms and you're personalizing your health. I love that. I love that so much. And if we treat ourselves as, hey, I love myself.
Yeah.
And that's why I tell people you have to be your why. And I know sometimes, especially for women, that's difficult because everybody else is their why. My children, my grandchildren, my spouse. But if you aren't your why, if you're not putting yourself first, if you're not taking care of yourself, then you're not going to be around in a way that's of a thriving quality of life to support your loved ones. When I take care of me, my family get the best version of me. They do. In this season of my life, they get the best version of me because I'm healthier, I'm stronger, I'm wiser, I am very disciplined with everything that I do, because this lifestyle, it transcends into every part of my life. That's why we live by the mantra of being whole person healthy, because me taking care of myself and feeding myself living foods, whole foods, nutrient dense foods, that lifestyle has transcended into every area of my life. I'm disciplined, I'm calm, I don't have the anxiety I used to suffer from years ago. And I'm smiling all the time. I'm just healthy. And that's what I want for other people.
You know, when you were talking, whatever has happened in our life, some things will remind us of that.
Right.
And my mom being unhealthy,
Right.
my mom died early
Yes.
because there was no plan. But what she missed out on, it grieves me sometimes because I have the best grands, the best children,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes.
she loved people, so much. And it's when I'm doing my cooking demonstrations online, and I was doing one for the diabetes in Chicago yesterday. I always have my mom with me. I have a picture,
That's so sweet.
and I show folks this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. I don't want people to have to live sickly or die quickly, and my mom did them both. If food matters, and you and I both know food matters.
Yes, because it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to see people you love suffering.
Yes.
It's heartbreaking, and we both know it is harder to cure illnesses, especially certain type of illnesses. That's why prevention. I am a big advocate of prevention.
Yeah.
Let's start now. Let's start now, right where we are. Let's start now, turning things around. There was a time when I can recall when my mom lives in Denver with my brother and sister-in-law. And before she moved there, she lived in our hometown of New Orleans. But when she would come here to visit us, and she's just sitting at the kitchen table with this caddy full of prescription pills. It's the caddy, and you flip it up, and there's a whole bunch of pills. And I'm just looking like, oh my gosh. It was just heartbreaking to see that my mom has to take these pills. Um, and then I started thinking about my own life. Like, I don't want that to be me.
Yeah.
I don't, but what can I do? And that started that journey of researching and learning and growing. And then once I started making changes in my own life, then sharing, sharing my progress and sharing those things that, oh, okay, I found this to be helpful. So that we don't have to live that way. Because, like you, I have children, I have grandchildren who are my world. My husband is my heart, and we travel, and I play with my grandchildren, and I don't get winded, and they are very active, and I want to continue to do that. Yes, I want to continue to do that, but I don't want that just for me. I want that for everybody. We all want to. There's a lot going on in this world, Mr. Charles.
Yes.
But whatever joy and happiness that we can find within ourselves, within our families, we want to expound on that, right? We want to take advantage of the joys and happiness in this world without being sick, without being bedridden, and those other things that come.
Somebody pushing you in a wheelchair.
Or you grabbing an oxygen tank and things. And I've seen all of that. I have seen all of that. I've had family members to pass away from congestive heart failure in 50s, in the age of, and 50 is not old,
No.
It's not an old age. And honestly, we are in control of how we age. We're in control of that, 60s, 70s, that's not old. I mean, because I've seen 30 and 40-year-olds who can barely walk.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Who are huffing and puffing, walking up 2 and 3 steps, not flights, but steps. So we are in control of our lives, of our health, of how we age and how we choose to live by the foods that we put inside our body. Because every time we eat, we're either preventing and fighting disease, or we are causing it.
Right. Absolutely. That being said, Latasha, and we're talking to the Juice Lady, Latasha, I mean, and our topic is real talk, real food, real truth. So we're letting you have it this morning. So, real talk.
Yes.
What is a myth that you would want to share with our people that think eating healthy is so expensive?
Oh, goodness. Eating healthy is not expensive. Because beans are so
Exactly.
inexpensive. Brown rice is so inexpensive. You can buy fruit that's inexpensive. A lot of the stores and the farmers markets have, different types of fruit, like 2 for $3, things like that. And it's such a myth. Oh, eating healthy is
Yes.
expensive. It's not expensive. That's such a big myth. People use that as an excuse to say, okay, I'm just going to get this, whatever the special is at McDonald's or Wendy's, right?
Yeah.
And then another thing is, so what do you want to pay for though? So you're going to pay for your health on the front end, or you're going to pay for it on the back end with prescription drugs, hospital visits, clinic visits, time away from family, lost time from work. So where do you want to pay for it? Where do you want to pay for it? Do you want to pay for fruit, vegetables, nuts, seeds, legumes, and beans? Or you want to pay for prescription drugs, co-pays, and everything else that comes with you trying to get well after you've become sick or gotten a diagnosis?
Yeah.
And I think about that all the time.
I do too. And this thing about eating healthy is so expensive. I did some shopping yesterday for the class, day before yesterday, before the class. And I was preparing for them black eyed peas, collard greens, brown rice, all right, and then cornbread.
Oh, nice.
And we use no oil, no butter, no dairy. Now, the reason I don't use that is because those are artery cloggers. When you can put stuff oil or you and it thickens and it can clog your arteries. I don't want it in my system.
Yes.
Because I'm trying to prevent something that's called a plan.
Right.
And so I was speaking to a diabetes class, cooking for them, and they don't need fat into the system because we think sugar causes diabetes, but it's caused by fat.
Actually caused by fat and heavy starches and things like that. But that's why another misconception about health. Oh, I can't eat fruit because fruit causes diabetes. No, it doesn't stop that. It's not.
Real talk,
is natural. You get natural fructose in fruit, right? So it's not processed sugar that you would get from a honey bun,
right?
Or a Little Debbie snack cake. Fruit is one of the most natural foods that you can eat. Fruit heals your body. So that's one of the biggest misconceptions when I see it. Just want no, please stop thinking that way. Do not eat your fruit, right? There's so many great fruit and vegetables in different varieties, and where you can get them at farmers markets. You can find them in the grocery stores, and we eat well. We eat well, and we do not break the bank. But people have to also open up and expand their palate to different foods that they may not have had growing up. I had never had an avocado in my life until I became never. We never had it growing up. I didn't know anything about it, but we love it. I had never had mushrooms before until I became plant-based. So we love mushrooms, right? So, and again, these are things. Now, there are certain things, if you decide you want to be real fancy with it and buy like lion's mane and oyster mushrooms and things like that, those things may cost you a little bit more. But I don't know anybody who's eating and cooking lion's mane mushrooms every day. We eat baby bella mushrooms. They are amazing. They're a great meat replacer if that's what you're looking for. They're great in most of my recipes and things like that. So there are ways that you can get filling meals, because also eating plant-based, eating fruit and vegetables, you're getting fiber, right? Fiber fills you. Fiber satiates your body, so
Mhm.
you're not you're feeling fuller longer, and you're not getting hungry so fast. Because when you eat something like, fast food and these other food products, it doesn't stay with you long because it's not real food, and you're going to become hungrier faster.
It's not real food,
It's not.
y'all. And that's what we're talking about today. Real talk, real food, real truth.
Food.
And that's the truth.
That's the
That
truth.
is not real food. And it's empty calories,
Mhm.
and it's not doing anything but adding fat and causing damage. When you eat fruits, and again, we're not doctors, we
Mhm.
just simply sharing with you the benefits of fruits. And you don't have to trust us, you can test us, Google it,
Mhm.
look it up. High fiber food
Yes.
is better for the body because it's going to help the body digest what it's eating the way it's supposed to, right?
Exactly. And fiber is like your broom. It's going to clean out your colon. It's going to clean out your gut. It's going to sweep everything through your system so that toxins and waste do not live in your gut. So you cannot go wrong with eating food that's rich in fiber,
Right.
high fiber foods, things of that nature, fruit and vegetables. So again, it's not, you don't have to break the bank to eat healthier. It's
Right.
that's a myth, that's a misconception that's been put out there by people on other types of diets and things like that. But again, like Mr. Charles said, try for yourself.
Yes, and I like the analogy about with the broom
Mm-hmm.
sweeping out. I use a little one, but it's a little different. And I always say that fiber is to the body what Drano is to a stopped up sink.
And that's exactly right. That's a great analogy because we all know Drano's been around for many decades, and we all know what that is. It's exactly right.
And we don't want the mess in our sink.
Nope.
And we don't want the mess in us.
Do not.
We got to look at it that way.
Right.
Though,
You do have to
than,
look at it that way. You have to look at it that way because you have to keep yourself clean.
Yeah.
You have
And
to
meat
keep yourself
has how
clean.
much fiber?
Meat has
Zero fiber.
Zero.
Dairy has how much fiber?
Zero.
Zero.
But
Egg has how much?
Zero. Zero. But that's what I love about fruit and vegetables, especially beans and grains like quinoa, because you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting protein and fiber.
Right.
You're getting protein and fiber from chickpeas. I mean, I eat so much chickpeas, I might turn into a chickpea. I just love it so much.
Yeah,
I
so
do. It's such a
versatile.
versatile bean, and you can do so much with it. But and another misconception: oh, healthy food don't taste good. Well, are you giving it flavor?
Goodness. Yes.
Are you? We're not seasoning our food. Yes, we eat healthy, but we still put seasoning.
Yes.
We put good seasoning, the right seasonings on our food. We're seasoning our food, and it tastes great. So don't get caught up in thinking, oh, it is healthy, so it tastes bad. That is not true. We eat well, and the food tastes great all the time.
Because it's all about the seasoning and your
Yes.
herbs
Your
and your
herbs.
spices are adding additional benefits. to you
Exactly,
when you do that. Yeah.
exactly. So don't fall for the okie doke. I like to use that term. That's
Yes.
an okie doke. Don't fall for it. Oh, it's going to taste bland. It's going to taste like cardboard. No, it's not. You have to give it a flavor.
Absolutely. Well, we're talking to the juice lady, and she got some things going on in her life. I can't wait for her to share with us, because her mission in life is similar to my Help My Mississippi, and that is to empower people to view food as medicine and embrace a plant-based diet for a healthier lifestyle.
Yes.
That's our intention, people. That's why we're here. And so we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back on the other side and hear about some of the things that she has that's going to impact people that are trying to fight for their health, but just need a little help.
Yes.
Because we all need help.
We do.
We need
all
some help, right? So, Marcus, let's take a break here, and we'll be right back on the other side. We are fighting for our health.
Yes. One meal at a time.
One meal, one choice, one
Mhm.
victory at a time. I can sing it, Marcus. The future in great health today, every day, responsible self. Where the fighters, we ready for help. The future in great health today, every day, responsible self. Where the fighters, we ready for help. The future in great health today, every day, responsible self. Where the fighters, we ready for. All right, we are fighters. You cannot listen to that song without moving because you know we're fighting for our health.
We
I love
are.
that. Listen, you're listening to My Help, My Mississippi right here on WMPR 90.1, the staple in the community that's providing you with some great, healthy, and helpful information. And you're listening to the number one show on the radio, My Help, My Mississippi. And we're talking real talk, real food with real truth with the Juice Lady today. And again, we got some good things going on. But let's see, is this call for us? Let's see if we can take this before we go into. Good morning. Good morning.
Can you hear me?
I can now.
Okay, so I was just calling in. I saw that Mr. Smith is on his show with my friend Sasha. So I don't know if they're taking call-in questions or whatever, but I took a chance. Here I am.
Here you are, and we are here for you. What's
Hey,
your
Tamika.
question?
Oh, so it goes back to you guys. Hey, okay, I thought I was asking somebody else to be transferred. What's up, y'all?
No, we're here.
You're here. You're on with us.
I think that this is wonderful. You know, I love both of you guys. So I just wanted to say, Tasha, that I'm so super, like hella proud of you. This, right? I cannot even get the words together. I am excited about it. Make sure that you tell everybody about your event that's coming up. I don't want to get the words wrong. It's rooted in something, but you'll share that with them. I am thrilled. God is so good. Like he's so absolutely amazing. And I'm trying to get myself together, like weight-wise, mental, and all of those things. So congratulations to you, right? We're going out there. I love the sweatshirt, right? And I just wanted to say hello, and I look forward to all the things that are coming to Jacksonians. And, you know, I'm a Jackson straight up. You be like, Nika, everything ain't about Jackson, but wherever God leads you, right? And so I'm really, really excited, and I hope that, let me change my words. I want to encourage everyone who watches this show now or later to share it with somebody else, because somebody needs to hear what they're both saying. And we just never know. I'm really, really excited, and I want to, give me 1 second, because I don't want to start crying. And if I do, you know, I don't care. So to talk about health in Mississippi is a very challenging thing to do.
It is.
It's the food is so doggone good. They drink sweet tea all the time. I grew up in Cali, so I didn't drink sweet tea, and it's very hard. So it tastes good, right? But it's not good for you. And me having anxiety, I eat from emotions. And Tasha, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
So we do it. You can do it, and it's very difficult. And I love to see when people are double digits, right? 10, size 10 and above, because our challenges are different when you're exercising and doing all these things. So I know when I get home and I got to go up my steps and I'm out of breath, that's freaking ridiculous to me, because it's just a staircase, right? And I love that you give the information about being a plant-based or being a vegan, but you don't push it on people. This is the resources, the tools. I'm available, and it's not something that you just read and know I'm gonna write a book or I'm gonna have a show or I'm gonna do this. You do your research. You know, you do the homework, you educate people, you can hold them accountable when they're ready. I was laughing at your video you did yesterday talking about your girl lift weights with your new device. Hilarious. But that is who you are, and keep doing your thing. And I'm not going to hold you guys anymore because I'm going to listen to your show and make comments. So have
Thank
a
you.
wonderful, healthy choice day, right?
Appreciate
you,
you, and thank you
appreciate
for
you.
calling, Tamika. All right, girl.
You're welcome. Bye, guys.
Awesome. Oh, so listen, guys. This part of the show, we're gonna talk about who am I, and this is where the solution really comes in, okay? Because this is some things that you're gonna do. Is usually we're gonna describe a vegetable, a fruit, legume, or grain. Okay, these are the 4 categories, and legumes are your beans and your peas. Okay, so we want you to be excited about what these food can do. You know, I get excited about knowing what I put in my body.
I love
so
it.
Work for me.
I love it. I
got
love it.
that
I can talk about it
GGTH.
all. I'm going to have to use that. I can talk about it all day long. And I'm really going to have to use that because just a little tidbit about me. I struggle with acronyms. So
Okay.
I want to learn your acronyms so that I can get them rooted into my system and I can say, oh, I'm GGT.
GGH.
GTH.
Go
Yes.
get that great
Yes,
help.
go get that great help. Yes. So, y'all, Mr. Charles is teaching me his acronyms. Your girl struggles with acronyms, but I'm going to get it. I am
you
going to
gotta
get
get
it.
it.
Yes.
Well, this part of the show, it's who am I? So I'm going to describe what this particular food will do, and then I'm going to give you some clues, and I want you to put it in the chat or guess what it is, okay? First of all, we were talking about fiber. Oh my goodness, this baby here is big on fiber,
Yes.
okay? Support digestion and help keep you full longer.
Yes.
You were saying that earlier. It's great heart health. You know,
Yes.
can we take care of the heart, please? It never stops beating.
Never.
Can we show it some love?
And some respect.
Please put some respect on the heart. My goodness. And it's packed with antioxidant, fight damage. It fights damage from free radical,
Yes.
support weight management, help regulate blood sugar. It boosts gut health. Hydration, we gotta stay hydrated, man. A lot of people are fatigued and they don't know why. They just need to be hydrated.
Yes.
And so we gotta get the food that hydrates us along with our water. Support brain health, guys. What we eat either going to inflame our brain or help our brain. This is a good one here. It strengthens your immune system. People always ask me if I catch cold, what would it look like me running trying to catch a cold? Lord have mercy. I want my immune system so high the cold can't catch me.
Right.
And then it support healthy skin. Look at the Juice Lady skin, y'all. That's all plant-based right there now. Okay, here is some clues. All right, and you're gonna guess it if I anyway, but I am sweet, but sometimes a little tart. Okay, I can be red, green, or yellow. I am one of the most popular fruits in the world. Okay, somebody said oaks. I'm looking at y'all. I have seeds in my core. I can be made into, this is gonna give it away, pies, sauce, and juice. All right. I am crunchy and juicy. Okay. And here's a good one. I keep the doctor away.
That's my favorite.
Eating daily.
One away keeps the doctor away.
Right.
One a day keeps the doctor away.
I grow on trees and orchards. Who am I?
Drum roll.
All right, apple.
Yay.
I know somebody, you got it, Jane. Rose said on. Yeah, I am apple. Powerful. Listen, guys, they're not that expensive.
Nope.
Eat one every day. Okay. There's a reason that you don't see apples being advertised as fiber and you see Metamucil being advertised as fiber. Okay. Now, apple has more fiber, but which one is being advertised, right? One is more accessible and don't require you to go and have a prescription or do anything, or and the other one is man-made.
Right. And another point is that one of them can be patented and the other cannot.
I can't patent the apple.
Right. You cannot patent an apple. Exactly. So that's why.
Real talk.
Yes, real talk. So that's why you do not see the apple advertised as a great source of fiber. Another great thing about the apple is 2 great points about the apple is that the apple is over 80% water.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to keep you hydrated. You want to get hydration from foods that have H320, right?
Mhm.
Water is always a great source. We want to get our good water in, but you need to hydrate yourself with fruit and vegetables. Also, another great thing about apples that people may not know is that an apple eaten in the morning can wake you up just like that.
Yeah.
It's because it's a source of energy and it gives you it wake you up better than what coffee can do for people that drink coffee, because coffee is a stimulant. Apple is energy. So if you eat an apple early in the morning or before you have to go somewhere or whatever, you'll be bouncing off the walls and not understanding why, because that apple has given you the energy that you need to start your day.
People don't realize, but like even when I'm traveling, I have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm driving, I have my wife in the car or I have my grandchildren. I got a lot of important people.
Oh, yes.
I need to be alert.
You need to
And
be alert.
one of the things, she know what to pack for me. Get a bag of apples, wash those babies off.
Yes.
And throughout that trip, I'm eating on apples, right?
Right.
I'm not eating a lot of stuff that's going to tear me down. I'm eating stuff that's going to energize
Exactly.
me, right?
Exactly.
It's fueling me, right?
Exactly.
And that's what real food will do.
That's what real food would do. And you touched on another great point, and I want to expound on it a little bit. When you said how Ms. Gail, cleans your vegetables, your fruit and vegetables, and pack things up for you. People think that you have to buy everything organic. I like buying organic fruit and vegetables. Don't get me wrong. But if I can't buy everything organic, I'm still going to buy my fruit and vegetables because I know how to clean them.
Yeah.
I clean the organic ones too. So it's not difficult to get pesticides or herbicides or wax off your fruit and vegetables. Get you some baking soda or some white distilled vinegar. I'm a baking soda girl, so I wash everything in baking soda, let it soak for a few minutes, and then run it under some lukewarm water, and it gets everything off. You definitely have to clean berries. Berries are on the dirty dozen list, but berries are my favorite because they are high in fiber. I eat them every day.
Yes.
So please make sure that you're cleaning your produce. As much as you buy them, clean them. If you buy the organic, if you don't buy the organic, clean everything, but it's not difficult. So please don't get caught up in that misconception, that okie doke about, I can't afford it because it's not organic, or it's harmful to me because it has the number on the label says 4 instead of 9. We get caught up in so many details that can prevent us from living a healthier lifestyle, because there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of information, and I tell people, okay, do your own research. But if the choices are eat this apple that's non-organic or this honey bun, I'm taking this apple that's not organic. So, and that's what I tell people, go with the best option, right?
Yeah.
So you can clean your fruit and vegetables. I clean everything.
And thank you for sharing that, because the nutrients in the apple need to be in our system.
They definitely need to be
so
in your
it can
system.
go to work for us.
Yes.
It can't fight for us.
Right.
Unless we get it inside
Unless
of
we
us.
eat it. You're right. If you don't get it inside of you, eat it, juice it, however you consume it, but you got to get it in.
You gotta get it in you.
Got to get it in you.
So I don't, because everybody may not be, in the Delta, you may not have organic. Just buy the fruit.
Just buy it. Yes.
And get it into your system. And listen, get that GGTGH.
GGTH.
You can't tell it to go get that great health if you don't have it in you.
Right.
Whatever I ate, I got that GGTGH.
G-G-T-H.
Go get that great health.
Yes, go and get that great health,
That's what we're doing. So this is not gonna be enough time. So we're gonna but I want you to share with us how people can contact and what you have going on, because I know it's going to be a week from today. You're starting something important, impacting us. Let us know.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
So we are starting a 4-week course beginning next Thursday called Rooted and Renewed. We are so excited about it. This is a 4-week course. It's going to start every Thursday for 4 weeks, beginning at 7:00 p.m. on Zoom. Encouraging people, inspiring people. We're going to have a great conversation about health and wellness. It's going to be interactive, so it won't just be me doing all of the talking. I'm going to give out a lot of good information about how you can live a healthier lifestyle, right? Grocery swaps, meal prepping, meal planning, how you can still eat well at home, and also while you're traveling, when you're not at home, again, when you're not in your controlled environment, things of that nature, how you can cook your food to make them taste good,
Good tasting
and
food.
still be healthy, right? And also how to cook food when you don't have a lot of time, how you can prepare food. We're going to talk about some of these misconceptions when it comes to health and wellness. We're going to talk about fiber, how we can get more fiber into our diet. I'm going to tell you how you can get fiber into your meals, especially for your children, without them even knowing it's there. So we got a lot of great information. Again, that's Rooted and Renewed. That class starts next Thursday. Please register. The information is on my Facebook page, Latasha Elmita. Also, you can go to our Juice Lady pages on Facebook and Instagram. I was thinking of the other one, and Instagram as well. This coming Friday and Saturday, we'll be vending as the Juice Lady at Jackson State University. They have two separate events on Friday and Saturday. Saturday is their 5K walk and run Saturday morning. So we're excited about both of these events and bringing our juices to both of these events to support the community at Jackson State University. So thank you all so much for your support, and we're here to help you on your journey of becoming whole person healthy.
Yep, we don't want you living sickly or dying quickly when food matters, and food does matter.
It does.
Am I right?
It does. It does. It definitely matters.
So we want to make sure that, guys, you support the people who are trying to support you. Okay. Yes. I know Mama never baked a cake. My aunties never baked a cake that could stay on the shelf for 3 years.
My God.
There's something wrong.
There's something
with
wrong
the
with
food
that.
If it can stay on the shelf for that long.
And most of the food products that are on the shelves, their shelf life is increasing. And it's not natural. It's not normal. Breads that never mold. Yes, because it's not real food. Breads that never mold. Cookies that have been up there for years. Just things like that. It's not real food. You don't want to feed it not only to yourself, but to your children as well. You don't want to give them that. You don't want to give them Pop-Tarts that are disguised with 10 grams of protein, but have over 60% sugar. It's terrible. It's terrible. Those are not real foods, you all. Those are not real food.
They're not real food, that's for sure. And as we close out today, our conversation on real talk, real food, real truth, remember, your health is not by chance, it's by choice. Every meal you eat is an opportunity to either move toward healing or toward harm.
Yes.
The power is already in your hands.
Yes.
And on your plate. So when we attend classes that can help us have a plan for our health, that makes sense to me.
It does. It definitely makes
a lot of
sense
to me.
Because we have to decide, what are we going to invest in?
Absolutely.
What are we going to invest in that's going to help us grow, that's going to help us thrive, that's going to help us live?
And you don't have to change your everything overnight.
Nope.
Just start. One better choice today can lead to a lifetime of better health. Exactly. Am I right?
You are so right.
You're listening to My Health, My Mississippi, and we thank you so much for being a part of the show. You can always reach us at myhealthmymississippi.com, or you can shoot me an email, charles@myhealthmymississippi. And I'm always excited to have the Juice Lady at the house, in the house with me.
Thank you for having me back.
It has been a pleasure as always. Thank you. And remember, y'all, she got something coming up. Go to her page and let's get it done. Okay? We'll see you next week, same time, same station. Marcus, can we have that theme song, man? Oh, my help, my Mississippi. We are the fighters. Because we are what? Fighting for our
Fighting
health.
for our health.
Yeah, there we go. You're bumping it. We'll be here all night.